Hey, Bigrat310 back at it. Before I start this vid, I just want to know I finished man up. By far, the greatest ladder match I've ever seen in my life. Do I think it's the best pay-per-view I've ever seen? No. Honestly, no. But honestly, that was very, very good. I think I've gotten the introduction to ROH pretty well. I think my random DVD review might be on these, but I'm not so sure yet. So yeah, I want to talk about two storylines today that people criticize highly. One I consider a triumph, and one I consider a tragedy. Okay. So let's start with both the storylines you can see in the description box are focused on the same goal. I'm not going to tell you which one's which. The first one, and for each one, I'll talk about the goods and the bads. So I won't tell you until the end of the video which ones I consider triumph or tragedy. Okay, the first one is Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio's feud in 2005 over Dominic. Not over their feud over, Eddie can't beat Rey. I'm talking about the period between July and August when they fought over Dominic. And that Dominic was Eddie's son, even though Dominic looked nothing like Eddie. People tell me, oh, yeah, hey, I know that weird storyline in 05, but didn't Dominic look like Eddie? I got a message from him a couple days ago. I'm like, no, Dominic definitely, he might have had the same hair color as Eddie at that time, but he looks nothing like him. Not to mention, what really bothered me about the storyline was Rey Mysterio, a few fucking months ago, Judgment Day, Eddie Guerrero said that Rey had two children, Aaliyah and Dominic. And right now, in this storyline, he said that Rey's wife couldn't reproduce, and so he gave them Dominic. What the fuck happened to Aaliyah? He never really said, was Aaliyah adopted? I think Aaliyah, was Rey's baby, but Dominic wasn't. And Dominic, I believe, is the older child. So apparently she was infertile, and now she's not infertile. What? That bothered me so much. I was like, oh my god, at least do your fucking research. Could you have at least said something about Aaliyah? We adopted Aaliyah from China. Anything. Don't just leave her out of the thing when she's one of Rey's kids. Now, people have gripes about the storyline. I personally, at first, I thought maybe it's just one big soap opera on SmackDown, which we really didn't need. And I'll admit it got a bit distasteful. I thought the Social Security worker was a little much. I mean, come on. Why in the world would you bring that in with... That was just a bad idea, bringing the Social Security worker. And then next month, you have the Social Security worker show up at SummerSlam. She acts like she cares for the kids so much. She even says, this one really bothered me. She says, you know what, you two, Eddie and Rey, you guys should settle this. Settle your own differences. And I'm like, you're a Social Security worker. You're not a wrestling booker. Why are you telling these guys to settle their own differences and their own matters? I mean, come on. I mean, this is just so bogus. The match at SummerSlam was very, very good. It was one of my favorite ladder matches of the 21st century. I know it was a botch at the end. Vicky was supposed to come and turn over Eddie in the ladder a lot earlier. I mean, I think it was a good thing that she missed her cue because it means we got a few extra minutes of action. But just seemed like, it was her first time in wrestling. She really botched it. What really bothered me was after SummerSlam, they completely stopped this storyline. They never went back to it. After SummerSlam, it's just nothing. They didn't talk. Rey just went Dominic, and then Eddie and Rey continued on with the regular feud. And that just drove me insane. Oh, I was like, God, this feud, what the hell? This is definitely not needed. I mean, why would you add a second storyline into your already done storyline and then you go back into your regular storyline? It was basically just another gap. Eddie and Rey were feuding for one reason. They throw in this storyline, they go over this gap, and then they continue on with the regular storyline. It's like no point. They never followed through. I always thought they should have ended the storyline at SummerSlam. Make some sense, but they didn't. They had to have the cage match. The cage match was good, but I thought the ending at SummerSlam would have been a lot better. I mean, to me, it's just you're basically discrediting Dominic. You're basically saying he's not important enough to talk about anymore, so let's just continue on with their feud. If they ended the feud, it would have shown how the importance of Dominic and how much he meant to Ray. Though, except for Aaliyah, who, you know, doesn't exist, according to Eddie Guerrero. Oh, no. Ray's wife was infertile, but now she is fertile. I'm not sure about this. I think I'm wrong. But I'm pretty sure that once you give up a child for adoption, I don't think you can claim it back without the parents' permission. I don't know. I think. I'm just not sure. Which makes the Social Security worker even more fucking pointless. And the storyline even dumber. Oh, God. I was like, God, just stop. Just stop. The Great American Bash, it was obvious what the secret was, especially when Ray had Dominic in his fucking corner. I mean, are you kidding me? How more obvious can you make it? Ray keeps Dominic in his corner. Oh my God, it has something to do with Dominic. The only, good sides of this feud, the matches were excellent. Absolutely excellent. This was my personal favorite feud of 2005. I liked it better than Orton Undertaker. I thought these guys actually produced better matches, except for the Hell in a Cell Taker Orton had, which I think is one of the most underrated Hell in a Cells in history, because that match was really, really fucking good. Bright sides, the I'm Your Papi t-shirt, which is very famous and sold very well along merchandise around the WWE. And I think, the storyline might have had a little more goods than bads. Now, we get to Kane versus Matt Hardy, and technically Lita, in 2004. I think Kane is a little too much. I mean, fuck. The Wrestling Observer newsletter, I think, gives Kane 7 or 6 worst feud of the year awards, and I think only 2 of them are deserved. I think the Katie Vick one is deserved, and I think... Oh, give me a second. Wikipedia... Oh, here it is, I have it up here. It says that he won the worst feud of the... He apparently won the worst feud of the year award 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times? Are you kidding me? Do I think he deserves all this crap? No! The only one, Kane versus Shane McMahon, that was a great feud. They had really good matches. Kane versus Matt Hardy, Lita, we'll get to that in a second. Kane versus Big Daddy V. What the hell? That wasn't even a feud. Are you kidding me? You could have done way, way better than that. I don't know, maybe Pack that Jones. What? That's your worst feud of the year? Kane versus Big Daddy V? That's their money shot? They didn't even, fight regularly. I think it Kane versus Mysterio, which I thought they put on very good matches. That was undeserving either. I'll give them Triple H versus Kane. Because I know that while they did have great matches, that storyline was just so... That to me, that's the worst storyline of all time. Kane versus Matt Hardy, Lita. Yes, do I think Kane impregnating Lita was a little far? Yes, I think it was very far. And what's worse is, they never even delivered the offspring anyways. I mean, it was a total waste of time. What did it do? Tell me exactly, what did that feud establish? What, Kane marrying Lita for about, on TV, 5 months? And then Lita just turning on Kane? And I never bought it. I never even bought that Lita could possibly be with Kane. Especially I knew about Edge, I knew about Matt, and that whole situation. And I was really happy when that storyline actually played out, because I like when they uses real storylines. To me it makes it cooler, more effective. Anyways, I was going crazy, saying to myself, what's the purpose of this feud? The baby's dead. We all know Lita's gonna end up with Edge or Matt Hardy anyways. I knew it way down the line. So what did this feud establish? Were the matches any good? Till death do us part at SummerSlam was weak. And I liked the match of Vengeance, and I never thought Matt Hardy would win. But someone said it perfectly. This was a long time ago. Someone said that everyone's done the Kane chair shot to the steps 6 times, like The Rock, Undertaker, a lot of famous guys. But Matt Hardy does it, and Matt Hardy is the one that gets the pin over Kane. And I was like, oh, But still, it was a very good match of Vengeance. SummerSlam was alright. The wedding was also absolutely pointless. I mean, come on, Matt Hardy stops the wedding in order to get injured? What the hell? I was just going crazy. I'm like, oh my god, what the fuck is the reason for this crap? Impregnating Lita, the baby dying, Kenzie's not going to end up with her anyways? Really, what did this do for Kane besides lower his believability as a main eventer? Because that's what it did for me. That lost to Matt Hardy completely took him away from me. Because the month before, he had fought Benoit for the title. So once you lose to Matt Hardy, here's a ladder, straight down. Overall, I'm going to say, Kane Lita, tragedy. Eddie Ray, triumph. Not all of them. I'll never split it. Sometimes I'll do both triumphs or both tragedies. And that is my video for today. I am Bigrat310 out. Peace.